Most people I come across struggle to get in shape for one of the following reasons. Number one, they lack motivation, or number two, they feel lazy when it comes to putting in the work. Now, you might wonder, isn't a lack of motivation and feeling lazy the same exact thing? And the answer is no. Feeling lazy means that you have the time and energy to do it, but you prefer spending that extra time on the couch, swiping on your phone, and whatever it is that you like doing, which if that's your excuse, then you can respectfully fuck off this channel since I have nothing helpful to share with you. But on the other hand, if you're struggling with a lack of motivation, that is something I can first of all empathize with, but it's also something that is solvable since it typically stems from one or a combination of the following three things: a lack of time, a lack of energy, and a lack of confidence. Keep watching so I can better explain what I mean. By the way, before diving into today's topic, if you're not in our Busy Dad newsletter, make sure you join right now. There's a link below. That way you can get our complete diet guide plus a bunch of other nutritional tools that will make your diet and life a lot easier. This is completely free. You can, get it just by subscribing. You'll be also getting that way our weekly awesome advice for busy dads. So pause this video for half a minute. That's all it takes. Go get that done quickly and come back to keep watching. Having competing priorities such as family, work, and all the rest adult responsibilities that life throws at your feet can only leave you feeling overwhelmed and short on time in order to invest in your own health and well-being. Especially when it comes to busy dads, taking care of themselves can even feel selfish. Still, the reality is that this never ends well since you can't keep pouring from an empty cup. A very common reaction to all this imbalance is something called revenge Badtime Procrastination, which is basically when you reach the end of your day, having completely neglected your own needs, and you take this frustration out on behaviors such as binge eating, staying up late, doom scrolling on your phone, and binge watching TV shows. I'm not kidding, this is actually a term. You can Google it after watching this video. The next morning, you wake up even more drained, and the cycle keeps going on, leaving you even more frustrated, depleted, and demotivated to do anything else, such as working out. So how do you break this cycle? One of the best ways, and in my opinion, the best way, is to squeeze in quality personal time at the beginning of your day by creating a morning routine with exercise at its epicenter. Obviously, every guy's morning routine will look a little bit different, and I go a lot more into detail on how to design yours in my latest book, The 7 a.m. Workout Edge, but here's how I do it nowadays. For starters, I wake up early enough in order to give me at least 15 minutes to enjoy a proper cup of coffee while taking in a peaceful morning. Starting my day with a laugh is also important, which is why I love listening to my favorite stand-up comedian, Bill Burr, and his show, The Monday Morning Podcast.
Hey, what's going on? It's Bill Burr, and it's time for the Monday Morning Podcast.
Next, I get another 1.5 hours of work done on my laptop, checking up on my trainees in our Busy Dad coaching program, writing the script for these videos, and organizing my day. And after that, I work out, making sure I start my session the latest at 7 a.m. since this is how I keep my morning routine bulletproof against all the adult responsibilities that tend to get in the way when you train later in the day. As explained in the previous video of this series, the hybrid routine I'm following this period consists of 2 calisthenic workouts and 2 dumbbell hybrid workouts. Since I work from home, I like to do my calisthenic workouts here outside so I can take a little bit of a break from being locked up indoors during the big chunk of the day. What I'm doing for these right now is a climax super ladder followed by some density work, or what I like to call double or nothing supersets. In a nutshell, right after my climax ladder, I'll be setting a 2.5 minute timer, and I'll be targeting my second hardest pull and push exercises, aiming for as many reps as possible within that time frame. In total, this routine only takes 21 minutes, including the warm-up, and because of the dense and smart programming in it, although it might be more challenging, it also provides me with the same almost benefits and results that I've gained from a more linear 1-hour workout, something I consider a pretty good deal, since time is also something I don't have to spare nowadays. Plus, having finished your workout feeling pumped energized while the rest of the world is still struggling to start their own morning, gives me this feeling of, having a head start and this sense of control and confidence that I wouldn't change with anything else in the world. After all that, typically around 8 a.m., I'm already showered and I'm back to continue with work and all the rest of my responsibilities of the day. Now, although morning exercise has improved my sleep a lot, it still remains something I often struggle with since I never was good at it ever since I was a kid. Still, if you do it right, short, dynamic strength workouts are the best way to feel better when you are sleep deprived and mentally and physically fatigued, but to also break the cycle of bad sleep coming nights, since if you train that morning, you will fall asleep a lot faster and you'll get more quality sleep as well. All right, so morning workout in. I didn't get a lot of sleep this night, so about 4 hours or maybe less. And wasn't feeling that motivated to do it initially. My leg was also bothering me. And I knew though that I'd be feeling a lot better. And indeed, I am feeling a ton better right now, better mood, better energy. I know my mind will be more effective during the coming hours for work. I'll be probably doing a third cup of coffee today. I usually do 2, and I reserve that third cup for special days like this one. That way it's more effective. I'm not used to it. But always worth getting that workout in, even during those underslept days. I'm saying all this because busy dads often have a common misconception that exercise drains energy. And since you are already physically and mentally fatigued due to the high demands of your daily life, adding a workout routine on top of that often feels overwhelming and even sounds counterproductive. However, when you train in a smart and balanced way, and you don't destroy yourself with a 2-hour CrossFit session, of course, exercise will not only not drain you, but it will actually energize you. Even if you sleep 20 to 30 minutes less in order to get that morning workout in, again, because you'll be sleeping deeper and better the coming night, you'll actually more than make up for it. During these workouts, I like to focus on handstand push-ups, which you can also replace with shoulder dumbbell press if you are more of a beginner with calisthenics, Romanian deadlifts in order to cover that posterior chain that calisthenics can leave uncovered, weighted Bulgarian split squats to better target the lower body, and bicep curls and skull crushers. In my case, for aesthetic purposes, but don't forget, if you are a beginner still struggling with exercises such as dips and pull-ups, these can also help you break through plateaus a lot faster. Finally, to keep the routine short, I employ advanced training techniques such as myo-reps, drop sets, and trisets. Therefore, my training time for this one always stays below 25 minutes. When it comes to fitness, and especially guys with a busy schedule, it's very important to have a clear roadmap and not just winging it. For example, when it comes to busy dads, what we see in our coaching program is that they either try to outtrain a bad diet, which of course never works, or if they are trying to improve their nutrition, they focus on all the little insignificant stuff that make a very small difference at the end of the day, which leaves them with very poor results. And when your results are poor, they don't represent the amount of time and effort you put into your fitness. This can severely erode your confidence and faith in the process. In other words, if you are uncertain whether what you're doing has or doesn't have an impact, it's very, very hard to stay motivated and to keep going. Obviously, all of this requires some technical know-how and creating a plan that fits your life and not the other way around, especially again, if you are a busy guy managing already so much other stuff. That can be the straw that breaks the camel's back, which is why me and my team are right now working on something very special for you guys that we'll be releasing soon. So make sure that you subscribe to this channel, and more importantly, make sure that you subscribe to our newsletter in order to stay posted. To make a long story short, if you're struggling with motivation, try for starters prioritizing your training early in the day. Find a plan that fits your lifestyle and not the other way around, keeping in mind that a routine doesn't have to be an hour long in order to be effective. You just have to train, again, smart. You can get great results with just 20 to 25 minutes of training or even less. Couple that with a proper diet and you'll be amazed of what is possible within a few months. And lastly, also remember that lacking energy is not an excuse or a reason why you shouldn't be working out, but actually one more reason you should be doing it, at least if you want to feel better. That was all for today. If you have any questions, make sure you leave them below. I always do my best to get back to every single one of you. And until next time, as usual, keep on trading.